is the Trifecta Trading Guide for products and services at HimaReddy.com. So I'm Hima Reddy, and I use a trifecta: price action, market timing or forecasting, and momentum to boost my trading and that of our tribes. Now, this training plan is a PDF walkthrough that shows you how to make the most of the training I offer in what I call my core trifecta products. So scrolling down the first page, they're listed here. So there's the 4 zones RSI coverage system, which dives into my favorite momentum indicator. And this is the course that's the first entree for many of you in our tribe. Then there's the S&P Edge Pro, which is a research service where I provide futures and ETFs research, access to me in weekly trading labs, and more. Then there's loss forecasting. So this addresses market timing, that dialing in on where a particular security may be headed and by what date or time. So the approach to the markets that is addressed on the most beginner level is here with price, time, and momentum. So once you get past the first page intro there is a training plan that starts with an assessment, because it's really important to know where you're at before you can take the next steps to where you want to proceed. This is all pretty self-explanatory, but make sure you do it, okay? So you can download this as a PDF and just keep it on your machine and type the answers on the document or on the side, or you can print it out on good old pen and paper and answer that way. So once you get through these 5 questions, you're going to get into your training schedule. Now, the structure of this is very straightforward. First of all, it's laid out over 12 weeks. Now, 12 weeks is 3 months. That might sound like a really long time or a really short time. It's laid out because obviously in order for you to deploy these techniques, you need exposure to market action. So this covers you whether you're a scalper trading, 1 minute and exiting the next, a day trader maybe holding your trade for several minutes or longer, or a swing trader where you're making a few trades a week. So you can speed up the pace or slow it down, whatever works for you. So the way this is structured is we have the week number, so 12 weeks, and I start with week 0. So technically this is 13 weeks, sort of equivalent to a quarter of a year. And then I have the focus for that week. So week 0 is planning, right? Just getting all your ducks in line. Then I have the actual homework, like what is it that I'm recommending based off years of coaching and mentoring and teaching that you do. It's all very straightforward and laid out. There's links where applicable. And then this is the column where you should put in your date and time that you plan to attack that week's activities, right? If you don't plan it, then life's going to happen and get in the way. So it goes from week 0 being sort of just a get yourself ready to week 1 diving into the 4 zones RSI. Now, for some reason, if you're starting with something different than 4 zones RSI, that's fine. You can skip ahead to the S&P Edge Pro or loss forecasting, but this is the general pathway that most of our traders come through. Once you get through the first couple weeks, you'll see it gets into the S&P Edge Pro. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to wait until week 3 to touch your S&P Edge Pro if you have it already. I'm just lining up the training sequentially so that if you would like to attack these one and then the next, you have the pathway for it. After all that, starting in week 7, we get into loss forecasting. Again, doesn't mean you have to wait 7 weeks to get into it. It's just laid out in that order. And then once you move through that, you get to the end where we do a little bit of recap. Okay, so there's icons for all 3 of the products here, and I tell you exactly what to do. So this is a pretty straightforward guide. I hope you find it helpful. And if you need more help, there's resources listed at the end. Definitely check them out. And I'm really excited to get this in your hands. So go ahead, get out there with the trifecta, and I'll catch you soon.